joined by Diggs and the legendary Neurotoxin, and welcome to the Ashen Forge. I think many of you might have seen my face this weekend, but I'm not sure that you've necessarily seen Diggs or Neuro. We had a lot of people joining in for the first time for the reason we are here today. Alpha 1 Phase 1 has released, so we are going
One
to talk.
person was kind enough to join my one-person queue. Or, yeah, it was a 2-hour queue stream.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh, mhm.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit. Kind of how things have gone, and then I'm gonna try to wrap up the night with some gameplay, possibly. So, um, yeah, DDoS, yeah, Penumbra, that's right. They did have a DDoS issue. I think it's slowly coming online, but we can get to that. I know a lot of you are here for some keys. So again, I've been saying this all weekend. Intrepid actually does not have a process for us to actually give you keys. So I'll just have to get you and me hooked up, and we'll actually just give you the money to buy the keys. So unfortunately, until they get the content creator program set up, we just don't have the ability to hand out keys yet. So we've been asking for that for a long time.
I was wondering how you were gonna do that.
Yeah, we've been asking for that for quite a while, but they just not been able to do that just yet. So I'm not sure why, but here
Content
we are.
creator program has been around the corner for 5 years.
Yes, it's been a minute. That is very true. Um, we have evil Diggs tonight. That's yeah. I don't know what that means, but we will see. Actually, I don't know if Diggs has even been playing this weekend. Have you got in at all?
I played just a little bit. I rolled a fighter on Vira, but I think I'm still level 1. It's Halloween weekend, so I'm doing Halloween stuff.
Yeah, that makes
Got
sense.
lots of Halloween stuff. There's other
Uh,
games that have Halloween stuff. The fascinating thing for me is that Nightingale actually has a Halloween event, and
Yeah, I
it's
saw that.
alpha too. It's also alpha. Um, so that's kind of shocking, but I need to jump in there. I've been tied up with Lego Fortnite videos.
Nightingale's
But
kind of a funny case because they're like actively building, actively balancing, and also putting in some amount of like live service efforts.
mhm.
So I get the feeling that this is the sort of thing that they're doing it once, and then every Halloween it's going to repeat itself in the same way for the most part.
Hi, they're saying
Similar, probably.
saying
Mm.
Dig looks Sith. So it's kind of a yeah. We got a lot today, right? We also had Steven on last week. Haven't had a ton of time to process that. They've been super busy, obviously. Um, but I think there's a lot of new people. I've been trying to talk about this a little bit. We as Theory Forge have been doing this for 10 years, having a show. We've been covering Ashes for 7. So we've been waiting for this day for a long time. How long's it been since Alpha 1? 3 years?
3 years.
Too
Yeah.
long.
So um yeah, I know a lot of people. I made a mistake. We're going to fix it. Next weekend is Extra Life, correct? So um I'm pretty sure. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we're gonna
It's
do
right around
some.
the corner, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do some giveaways and stuff then too. I made the mistake of so the last this morning and yesterday morning I've gotten up at 5 a.m. to I got to get out of studio mode for them to do the map thing to work. Ah, there went. Um 5 a.m. to stream because the server and just making things work. Not realizing that a lot of who I was connecting with was EU. And so doing
Mhm,
the key at this time does not work for them. So we're going to figure out how to do that better next time. The
mhm,
same for YouTube as well. So um,
mhm.
testing is taking servers down until next weekend. Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's
So
only supposed to be weekends. Yeah.
yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mhm.
But I know a lot of you. I'm going to do this right away. Y'all can kind of keep talking while I don't know what your initial impressions are. Um, I'm going to pull
I
up.
guess my question for Neuro is, were you able to catch up with Phantom? I mean, in order what I mean by is, connect with him.
I saw him in town and was waving and like throwing heels at him, and he just kept running right past neurotoxin, and that's when I finally started throwing whispers at him,
My
and he
bad.
eventually noticed.
Because you're
Yeah.
uh, I have not
stinking
been able to
lowly.
stay connected too much. I've been able to get myself to level 5,
Oops.
but I was getting maybe a crash once in a while. That only started in the past week or so on my 2080 graphics card. Now I've got a 3080 graphics card. It was passed along by the same person I got the 2080 card from. I've been putting it through its paces to make sure it's not defunct and everything's fine with it. Everything's running great. But the problem is that it has more problems in Ashes of Creation. And somebody has even been recommending and asked how it worked for me with the idea of deleting all my NVIDIA drivers and reinstalling using the Windows, having Windows just find my drivers for me. I might try that, but I might also want to try to help them figure out the issues with the graphics card because or with the normal NVIDIA drivers because that's what most players are going to use, and it's a hard sell to tell everybody using a certain range of graphics cards that they have to uninstall the drivers and then install them from Windows. So um, that's going to be probably my focus for testing for the next little bit. Less about gameplay progression, more about capturing graphics card crash data. Yeah, they really got DDoSed. That is confirmed. They got very DDoSed. If they had server problems and couldn't bring us in, they would just tell us that. That's they don't need to make things up. So yeah, this is definitely a DDoS attack that occurred.
I'm surprised that people seem to be racing to max level instead of taking time to test. They seem to be very keen on leveling quickly. So Phantom, I think you last I heard you're level 11, which is technically within parameters to play with Nero if he's level 5. I think the discrepancy difference is supposed to be 8. Like if you're 8 levels away, then
I think it was 6, but we can if I'm getting help killing level 7s or level 8s and stuff, that's cool.
Yeah, I think
I
again.
heal, he heals, maybe he'll do more of the damage. I'm doing more of the weaker but effective heals and bard buffing or something. But
are
yeah,
you still level 11 or did you
Yeah, I'm
snake
11.
past 11?
Yeah, no, I got off about 10:30 and really did not plan to get back on. So yeah, playing cleric got to actually we have the curve in our Discord. It goes once you get to level was it level 9, the amount of experience it takes you to get from 9 to 10 is tremendously increased from what every other level before that was. Actually, 9 to 10 takes more experience gain than 10 to 11. 10 to 11 is actually less. Um,
that's
we
wacky.
Yeah, well, we think that's because at 10 you get to be a citizen and vote for mayors, and so there's this extra sort of block of experience we think that you have to undertake in order. So they're just trying to prevent bots and stuff like that, basically, making
Yeah,
that
that's wacky.
yeah that 9 to 10 making it kind of difficult. So,
I'm
um,
sorry. That's wacky.
but we found a great place. Certainly solo. I've been telling people all weekend solo. You should probably only try to do things. Well, yeah, up to level 5, 6, you're pretty good. After that, probably should try to only solo things that are at your level or just a little bit below. But once you get in a group, this video that's on, um, oh shit, I just realized it's showing me dying. You die in ashes, by the way, many times. I've died many times. Um, What's up, Pockets? Thanks for the raid. Appreciate Pockets. Yeah, we heard that the testing just got brought down, so they got back. So DDS started up again. So DOS. Um, but we found a nice leveling spot. I love the cleric, by the way. We can talk more about that as we get going. But the yeah, in less what 4 hours, I went nine all the way from 9 to 11, basically 10% to 11, which is quite a lot of experience. We were in the Highwayman Hills, and if you have a group of 7 or 8 people, you can take on areas that are fairly significantly higher than your ability alone. So definitely get leveling on your own. So uh, the res anime, yes, it is. It is absolutely wonderful to watch people get rezzed. Did they patch it? No, they did not. They've been under trying to divert DDoSs all day. So I told everyone we would do a key draw early on. So I'm going to actually pull that up. We're going to actually try to get through 3 of these, and I want to show you our screen. So I want you to know that I'm actually doing it. So we are going to close the giveaway at this point. We will do more of these if you did not get in, especially with Extra Life coming up next week. And I'll try to make it more friendly to, we'll try to make it more friendly to EU and also YouTube somehow if I can. So, all right. The rules here were simple. Got to be in chat and following. So I don't know. Should I do it now or should we wait? I
Sure.
know. No,
Oh,
I'm just
got
kidding.
134 folks in now. You can fire the first one now, and then
Yeah, I'm just messing with them. I've been telling them all weekend we do an early up. So, all right, we'll draw a winner. Are you in chat? Is Are they in chat? I can't tell. Someone tell me if they're in chat. Damn it, I gotta get all my shit
what's
together.
their name?
Are they here? They do not appear to be.
I can
S-
barely read their name on the screen.
yeah,
Who's
it's
the person?
Mukru.
Mukru.
Not here. Yeah, I don't see him here. Do you? Yep. All right. Well, if they're not in chat, we're gonna
Roll
keep moving
again.
on. Yeah. We're gonna move on. If I'm wrong and you are in chat, let me know before I draw another. I'll give you 5 seconds. Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you're done. We're gonna draw another winner. Here we go. It's gonna put it up. Mirrodin, are you in here? Holy shit! Are these people in here? Not in here, huh? What's going on? Give me a
Meriden.
holy shit! I thought
Meriden's
people.
in chat.
Are you in chat? Are you here? Okay, yeah. Why did it show up? It didn't show me as you being in here. All right, you are first one. Congratulations. We will do 2 more of these. I'm going to send you a DM. We need to connect after this. So y'all keep talking. I'm going to send him. We're
All
going to do
right,
some DMs.
sounds good. Cool. Well, I'm glad we got the first giveaway out there. Hope to see you in game here. I I
You're
gotta
playing a
say,
bard?
yeah, I've been playing a bard. Do you have any questions about the bard? No?
I don't.
All right. Well, bard is my preferred of the 2 healers. I don't like not being a healer because holy crap.
Holy
Thank
shit,
you
wood
very
chip.
much, Woodchip.
Holy shit, wood chip. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Meriden, I
Anyway,
need you to DM me or else turn it on so that I can DM you. You have block whispers on.
I do not like playing in a way where I can't be healed. That's not just MMOs. That's literally any game. If I don't have a reliable way to heal myself, I'm probably not having a good time. So in this case, I between the cleric and the bard. Cleric is cool. Ain't got nothing wrong with the cleric. They're fun. The bard, I feel like, is a little bit more my style. I like the way they do the buffs. I like the way their abilities work. I like throwing out a bunch of musical notes that bounce between a bunch of little enemies. Um, they're very fun to play. My usual is picking up the two-handed sword along with the book I start with. Not that I'm going to use a two-handed sword, but instead that I start getting points in that line of skills. So that way, when I can get a two-handed spell sword, um, I've got the skills built up for it, and then I can start actually using a two-handed sword in the parts of combat where it makes sense. So I do like, there's a lot of features that help to support that style of gameplay that the Bard comes with too. What I don't like is when I accidentally heal my horse when I'm trying to heal myself. And so I usually, when I get off the horse, either park it somewhere that's out of the way or try to unsummon it so it won't be in the way when I'm trying to fight something.
Hmm. Huh. But, that would happen in real life. Your horse would jump in the way of a heel. Um,
Yeah, but I'm trying to self heal. Like even
I
if I'm
get it.
self
I get it.
targeted.
I know. I know. Shit happens. Yeah, I rolled a fighter. Let's go, bitches. Uh, since we got a cleric and a bard, we're gonna need something else. So, uh, eventually, I will run into you guys. But oh, yeah, my light just went out. 'Cause I'm not moving. Now I really look like a evil Sith.
Fighters
Um,
are definitely fun. What do you like about the fighter?
oh, I mean, nothing really, but you know, something to play.
Then why did you
That's what
play
that's
it?
role play for you. That's
I
role
thought
play for you.
Fighter's fun.
All
I actually
right.
thought Fighter
All
was a
right.
lot of fun. It has some self heals. The movement feels good. You don't feel super squishy.
All
I
the
I
bleeding
intend to be a
synergy stuff is pretty fun.
yeah, I intend to be a Templar, right? So that is going to be a the cleric slash fighter.
Mm,
So whenever we get the
mhm.
ciphers, in like 3 years or something like that.
Um,
Pockets. Got PK by Planendorf 10 minutes into the game.
mhm.
All right. ZZUs is the question here. Neuro wondering for skills that are locked to a target, like tomato toss, is there a chance it could miss? I don't believe it misses. I have never seen it miss. Um, there might be things that have magic evasion um, somewhere down the road, but it doesn't feel like they have it right now. And so, even though the action is throwing a tomato, in reality, it's a homing projectile. A lot of things are basically homing projectiles.
Um, what? Sorry, what are you talking? The Bard.
Yep.
Yeah, Bard's fun.
It-
Bard was a lot of fun.
yeah.
Probably the most OP. I think Bard is mostly fun because of the movement. Uh, I feel like
The
you have the
movement
most.
stuff is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like you have the most movement that you can with the Bard in combat. So versus other classes.
I like being able to slide in and get the little pet bonus or whatever. Just keep on blasting. Um, Spellbook with chill is usually nice. That's actually a great combination on a mage is using the spellbook spec for chill, um, dumping the points into deadly finisher chance and effect length. And after you've hit them with the ice bolt or whatever it's called, you'll be able to get them from chilled to frozen with just a couple of hits. like 3 or 4 hits with the book. Be sweet. And so that was what I was doing. Is if you just pick off solo enemies with the mage, and freeze lock them. Uh, if they use range projectile, ranged attacks of some kind, then they're still going to hurt you. They're still going to be a problem. But since a lot of enemies are close quarters, if I'm mostly using it on them, then a lot of the problem is mitigated for me. Or if I need to get away, it's nice to be able to freeze them and then start running.
So did both of you level solo or group, or how did you go about
Uh,
it?
Mostly solo. In fact, this time I am very specifically trying to complete all of the Lionhold quests. So the one for Quaalude, Quaylorn, um, the one for the Purifier. I already did the records from Warhelm. There's two actually from the Purifier that I haven't done either of them just yet. And the one that's the third lance one or whatever that's taking me all the way over to the east side of Warhelm. Um, that's kind of like the next target for me. So it's been fun to kind of play through Quaaludes, yes. Quaylorn is a funky name. It's been fun to progress through the quests themselves to see what they actually offer, what the actual narrative is, where they go. Um, because I know a lot of people just go straight to grind mode, but I'm starting to feel like, well, if you actually go and do all the quests and immerse yourself in the narrative content that's available, you kind of get a little bit more interest in the game and what's going on. But hey, that's just me. I know not everybody is here for lore and playing the game for the lore. There are a lot of people that are.
Hmm.
Grind indeed. From chat there.
How far did you
Welcome.
get, Diggs?
Oh, I only played for like an hour. I'm playing Lego Fortnite, and then I got Nightingale. I probably won't be playing too much of Ashes until after Halloween, and then even then I think it's gonna be probably late at night. We'll have to figure out when we're gonna play together because you're doing early morning. I might be able to do early morning with you.
I mean, it depends. Well, yeah. Part of that is just fitting in my schedule with my kids and family and stuff. It
I
just
figured.
was easier, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see.
So good for not having so many people trying to play at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
So, initially, of course, there was a 3 hour delay. So that's how things started off. Um, my funny story is finally logging in. I only had like a queue of 45. Um, so yeah, people were in chat with me. We had been talking forever, and they're like, "Oh, it's up, it's up." So I logged in, and it was just like I keep saying it was an orgy of characters. Like I was stuck in the middle of like 15 characters, and we have collision physics on, can't move, not like dodge really wasn't work for some reason. Unstuck wasn't working. None of it was working.
that's what you get for being a Phantom. Phantom was the portal. Phantom was the portal. Everybody
Yeah,
was going through Phantom.
that's true. And so where I feel kind of bad because what I had, we were sitting there like I didn't want to go back into the queue because at that point everybody kept saying the queue is shitty. Like the queue is bad. Like I think one of the initial bugs, right? The queue was going up, not down. So you were, I'm position 100, and 5 minutes later, I'm position 200. It's like, wait, I'm supposed to be going down. What's happening here? Because it's like, no way in hell am I getting back into that queue. Then it dawned on me, I'm like, oh, I can just flag for PvP and I can just hit everyone that's around me. So I apologies if your initial jump into Vera was being PK'd by someone. That might have been me. But it was unfortunately necessary because that flagged me as corrupt. And then as soon as I was flagged corrupt, the guards killed me, and that led me port out. We got ported to some really weird ass place. I don't even know. It randomly puts you places. The only downside was that, and then also I lost, I think, 2 of my starter items. So, um, which I
Did you
actually
stay
no,
corrupt? Did you
no,
stay corrupt when you came back in?
mm-mm,
Right?
no,
I
no.
didn't think so.
That was the other
Because
thing.
hmm because when you came in, I was thinking because you were asking why you reported somewhere, and that would happen if you were corrupt. You'd be ported to a random spot. But then I didn't see you flagged as corrupted, so I was thinking maybe it was something different. But yeah, if you got corrupted and the guards killed you, then that's why you got ported to that random spot.
Yeah, and but
I
go ahead.
actually have a counter for that. I encountered that bug. I rolled and I squatted and I did this and I did that and I danced and I couldn't get out of it and I kept on meshing asterisk. And then finally, I thought to myself, surely there's no discrepancy between using the menu version of unstuck versus the keyboard shortcut version, right? Sure enough, when I used unstuck off the menu, it got me out of the orgy.
Mm.
And so, with a little bit of pushing and pulling and heeing and hawing, I was able to actually get out. I didn't know if it was the repeated attempt that did it, but I think the menu actually has a different unstuck functionality than pressing the asterisk key. And that's how I was able to get out of the orgy at first.
I don't know. I was pounding and pounding on that. Nothing was working. So I feel bad. Because we had how long I felt bad because how long had we spent talking about like, do we don't want people's first reaction to be getting killed as soon as they log in, which we don't. We don't want that. And
Well, if
we
they're also in the orgy, then, you're freeing them.
and
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter
I'm gonna turn you up. I
as
think
long
you're
as
kind
it's
of low
not
now.
griefing. Yeah, as long as it's not griefing, then it should be fine.
I'm a
Um,
Meaning
little
you're
what
not
you said?
repeating it.
but I felt bad because that's literally the first thing I did was kill other people. So oh
Mhm.
well. It worked.
The other queue bug that I experienced, and I think it was still going on this morning, although they tried to fix it a couple of times, was so when I logged, well, when I got to the queue, my queue said initially 216, but almost immediately dropped to 1 and then stayed at 1 forever. Um, And I think that's when I decided I'm gonna play the wee hours of the morning when there's not so many people playing. But um, yeah, and I have a feeling that it's showing that RQ is 1, but we're probably closer to 1,000 or 900 or in the hundreds. Even though it's just showing 1, because somebody was saying, "Hi, it says I'm 1, but I've been at 1 forever." But I think that's just really you're at 900 or 1,000 or whatever the queue
Re-
numbers are.
Bugs is bugs. If it's not showing an actual reliable count of the queue, you have no idea whether you're even in it or not still.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
and
weekend testing is ended. That's correct.
that similar bug that we had back in I feel like it was back in A1 maybe. Um, that patching process where it seems like you can't tell how far the progress is. Like I think I've got 100, 100, 100, and then nope, that middle bar starts going again, 45%. Like I just said 100%. I thought I was done. When, how do I know when I'm done? Um, so that popped back up. I think prior to yesterday, it wasn't doing that, but yesterday or Friday, it started doing. I guess Friday.
um,
Um,
did you get a chance? Oh, well, you only played an hour, so I guess you didn't really do much. What level did you even
I
get
didn't
to at
do.
an
I
hour?
didn't. I didn't do much. I don't think I got past level 2.
Um, did you PvP at all, Neuro?
No,
No.
no, not really a need for it. I did group up here and there, just little ad hoc groups, because if everybody in the area is waiting for the same NPC to spawn, so we can all descend upon him and destroy him and get our objective done. Well, might as well just group up everybody that I can. And so did that for one spot, and we were waiting for forever, but the things weren't the bodies for the Record of Valorous objective weren't disappearing, so the enemies would not respawn. And so we were all just standing there and waiting around and like killing a little thing here and there as we could in range. And you know, eventually I was like, all right, no way this is gonna work. I'm leaving the group. See y'all. Good luck. And went off and did the rest of it. Grouped up with somebody else. Went super quick. And then after the server restarted and came back up at some point, I was able to go and get the part that I needed and finished it. So, no, I didn't actually do any PvP. I don't really have much of a specific desire to do it until they tell us that PvP is a testing objective and they want people to flag up and fight. Then, hell yeah. If I come across a caravan, yeah, I might do that. I see the prompt come up all the time, but I don't know where that caravan's at. So, yeah, hasn't really been any good reason for me to start fighting other players. I prefer
I
not
saw
fighting
s-
back and letting them get corruption.
I saw someone in the forums complain that Alpha 2 Phase 1 seems very barren. Um, and I was thinking, but Phase 1 is a stability test, so I wouldn't be
Hmm.
surprised. I
Yeah,
would expect it to kind of feel barren. I would say, though, that I did so far enjoy Alpha 1 more than Alpha 2. Just, whatever the beginning is of it, um, felt more immersive and kind of easier somehow. I don't know. Um, but
like ghosts
maybe
go off
also
in some
because
ruins. Yeah,
maybe quest trails helped with that. Now that I think about it, I don't know. We'll see.
One of the most fun things that I've had this weekend, um, and I don't know if it's any of you who are watching, we running around the world and just seeing everybody. We got a raid, Croker RPG. Thank you so much for the raid. We appreciate you. Raids have been glorious this weekend. We appreciate you and
Uh-oh,
everybody that's joining. What do you say? Uh
glorious. Someone has been
oh.
indoctrinated.
Oh. Yeah, I have been indoctrinated. So,
it's a phrase you use when you're in this community. Just,
Mm-hmm.
just do it.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Just do it.
but
If you're
so
applying
many.
to Intrepid, make sure you drop Glorious at least 2 times in your CV and resume.
But so much of this, did you guys discover any recipes out in the world? Yes, several actually. Not as much during pre-alpha 2, but yes. But running around, like there were numerous times where somebody would stop. They were running by me, they'd stop, character would turn to look at me and be like, you would be like, "Yo, what's up? Like your content." Like that was so fun. I appreciate that kind of shit greatly when y'all are kind of seeing us in there and just saying, "Hey, I've been watching you and I appreciate what y'all have been doing." That was a lot of fun. Um, just wanted to throw that out there. But that was pretty cool. So
Also, speaking of glorious and indoctrination, that fucking FAQ was hilarious.
oh, I should put that up. Did everyone in chat? Oh, I don't even know if I still have it available to put up. I wonder if anyone in chat saw this FAQ that Steven made. Oh, that made your cameras go away. Shouldn't have done that.
I think it was specifically for content creators, but yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
it was free to be shared. So I mean, I shared it on.
You know.
Um,
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm trying to get all my shit together here. Yeah, let me.
You shared it during the live stream. Gotcha.
Yeah, so Stephen created a FAQ, and it is just for CCs, so it's not like a publicly facing linkable document. But they did. He did say we could share it. So let me, y'all, while you're all talking, I'm going to pull this up um, and get it here. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
Stephen made it, so
Mhm.
I'll be with that in just a second.
Yeah. So, instead of trying to level, or maybe even while you were trying to level, how much were you trying to role play and explore?
Oh, I mean, I barely made it out of uh, what is it? Lionhold? Is that the name of it?
Yep.
Yeah. Um, so no, I'll be role playing for sure since I'm playing a fighter, but uh no, I think when I was playing there was a lot of lag for me. So I didn't do very much. Again, I'll probably play when there are fewer people online, and I think I tried that, but then the queue was so long. Still, I didn't do very much. Um, but again, it's Halloween, so I'm not playing much yet. Because I've got other stuff I'm doing. Um, but yeah, hopefully after Halloween, I'll start jumping in and catch up to you. It's only level 25 and Phantom is level 11 already, so eventually it seems like I will catch up to you.
Holy hell, everything's getting fucked up here. Sorry. All
So
right, we're gonna work on that a little bit later. Did this screen? Oh, I think it's got really messed up. What's going on here? That's weird. I don't know why. All right, we're not gonna mess with that right now. We'll do that another time.
um, but what did so I know you rolled a bard. What race did you roll, Nero?
Back.
Oh, okay. I went with Empyrean, I think. Um, I think that's the one that's available in uh phase one.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Um,
All right, I'm trying to get this to where I can just show you all, but we'll work on that a little bit later.
Fair enough.
I rolled a Vec too, just for the hell of it. I really didn't put any
mhm.
effort in. It was literally Vec and click in and go. So
Ha 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 ha.
um, I have found it fun. So Saturday morning I had Vera came down for 45 minutes around 6 a.m. I guess there was was it the Aelin ruins? There was some area that people couldn't exit, so they were going to do a server
Mm,
reset. And when they did the server reset, apparently there was a problem, so it got delayed 45 minutes. So I actually did create a mage on Lineth, but
Mm.
we didn't. Di-
Lyneth
yeah, we did not spend
and
much time there.
Vira. Hmm.
Um, Came back and cleric is fun. Yeah, I'll heal for any of you that are on Vera. Just let me know.
Vira. Hmm.
Is it Vira? Vera? People
Hmm.
were
It's
telling me it
Vira.
was Wira, Wyra.
It's Vira and Lyneth. We got the breakdowns on the live stream
Vyra.
Friday.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
gonna call it what I want to call it, but we'll say Vyra. Um, but yeah, healing feels really good. The cleric feels, but of course, combat is feel really well. Sorry, I gotta turn off studio mode for the map thing to work. There you go. The cleric feels really good. That's kind of what this footage is in the background. Was us in this Highwayman Hills area that was kind of 3-star ALS, 3-star level 12 to 13 things killing us. But did it pretty well. Had some PvP encounters, so I did kill a couple of corrupted people I saw, which was fun. Um, Actually, one of the people that
That's
came up to me, go ahead.
bitches. Hmm. No.
Yeah, one of the people I've been polling this, so I want to know what everyone else thinks. One of the people that came up to me was like, "Hey, what's up?" Oh, we grouped, we duoed for a little bit, and
Mm.
that character ended up they died, And so I was watching over their corpse, their ashes, while they were running back so they could get their stuff. And somebody ran up and looted it. And it's not that's not yours. You didn't earn that. That's what. So he was killing goblins. It was the goblins to the northeast, where you have that commission to start. And I flagged and started hitting him. We did find a really interesting quirk in the rules of how this all works. I purposely brought him down to about a fourth health and kind of forced it to where he died to the monster. The mob actually killed him. He got the final blow, not me. And I did not get corruption out of that. So even though I am basically the cause of that character death, because I did not get the final blow, I did not get any corruption, which is a weird quirk in the rules. I don't know if they'll fix that or not, but here's what I've been
I just
polling
don't think
people.
that
Is he
system's fully online is really what it is.
well, he ran back. He ran back and said and called me a dickhead, but I don't know if was that dickheadish. I don't know. He took something that wasn't his. So,
Hmm.
um,
If I'm trying
but
to protect someone's stuff, I'll usually, or at least I used to, just park my horse on top of it to make it harder to access.
yeah, I mean, I guess I could have done that, but I mean, you can kill the horses, right? Um, but that was fun. So I had a little bit of PvP. We were actually Saturday. I was in a group with gosh, who was all with us? With Vladis and Roar and Richie. Um, we were running around doing some of the griffins, and it's just a lot of fun, right? Getting to finally do all this and see stuff because we had people in our chat, and my chat was like, "Oh, Jamie Chaos, their guild, they're coming for you. Like they just crossed this bridge, they're looking for you." And Crerian, who is another content creator and in the Chaos Cartel, is the mayor of Miraleth. So his Jamie's guild did get Miraleth, and we had actually seen him flying over us with their flying mount. So he was scoping us out, but I don't know. That's just fun, right? That's just the fun elements of that gameplay. Like we had people helping us stream snipe essentially. Like they're coming for you. They ended up actually all of them crashed out of the game though before they could get to us. So yeah, we didn't actually fight them, but that's fun. I did join Genesis, so I put a character. I have Phantom X and Genesis for and Rive Genesis, who's also another wonderful character creator, another content creator, is the guild leader for that, and he is the mayor of Winstead. So it's been a lot of fun. Missed the giveaway.
Genesis is the guild or Genesis? You said you joined Genesis. That's the guild.
Yes. And right now, after we talked to Steven, last Sunday, we asked him about this whole 30 30 player cap for the guilds. They did increase that to 50. But that is still low. So there's actually multiple guilds. So I think I'm in that's Genesis beta technically. So I think a lot of guilds are just separated out based off of like PvP gameplay, PvE gameplay, hardcore, casual. They're kind of creating several different guilds. I just watched a video today actually that I think Guild Nova Ordum is doing that at Lineker's Guild. It's a hilarious video. I put it in our chat. I've been saying this actually during I mentioned this that in pre-alpha testing, one of the more fun things to do was watch Lineker and DA go at it and chat. You know, just basically shit talking each other. And Lineker just posted a YouTube video of his guild just destroying Envious. So absolutely destroying Envious. Of course, it's who knows? It might be a one-sided view, but that video does not make Envious look any good. So, anyways, I think I feel like we're going to get a lot of videos tomorrow of people that have obviously play tested. What do you think is going to be sort of the biggest statement that gets out there? I feel like I've had mostly very positive feedback watching me play in the chat. We've had the random people that sort of come in and, oh, this looks like a PS2 game or this looks like a mobile game. which is just bullshit. Like you're either stupid or you're just trying to fuck with me. But sorry, I'm still in that mode of using 4-letter words. I got to back off of that a little bit. Um, um, Mostly, I think it looks good. I feel like a lot of the comments are going to probably going to be more content related. I don't know what y'all think.
Uh, maybe content related, maybe class specific, that, what they expected a class to be is different than what it is. Maybe complaints about the fact that um, low level resources are getting mined out. And so when those material sockets get replaced by higher level stuff, nobody can mine in that area anymore. It's like, great, iron, all this iron's fantastic, except nobody's been able to mine enough copper and other stuff to get to level 10. And so, this slate, this limestone, this halcyon or whatever, it's fantastic stuff, but nobody's going to be able to mine it unless anybody is ever actually able to get to level 10 in mining and get the cert and get a tool to be able to mine it. So it's kind of a problem right now. I don't know if people are kind of keen of it in that way, but that's the only way I can explain it. And it seems like it's been that way since the spot testing as well. The only reason why they were able to get around it is because they jump started the amount of granite that you would get. So
Yeah, I didn't do
it's a
any
little wacky
artisanship.
right now.
Yeah, I did not do
Yeah.
any artisanship stuff like anything mining. It's just missing. So, it's not been like that. Pre-alpha was not like that. Pre-alpha 2. Um, right now you can get trees pretty much anywhere. Although Jamie and his guild actually did crash the server because they purposely went out and tried to harvest every oak tree there was at the same time, and that kind of messed things up.
Oh.
He's promised to try to break everything until they fix it. Um, but right now, um,
He's gonna be chaotic. I'm
exactly. No,
surprised.
that's what he should be doing, right? That's the whole point. But I feel like right now that the respawn rates that they had been utilizing pre-alpha 2 just are not, they don't work right now. All the people that have been playing, like all of those resources are just gone. They're instantly gone. So they need to fix that at some point. It's certainly not the resource scare. What is it? The resource system they're putting in. What is it called? Resource
Land
management system.
management.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not in. But um, I don't think people realize. So pre-alpha, I always have to be careful how I say this. Um, this is by far the most people that I think these servers have ever seen. I know it's the most I have ever seen. Even going back to Node Wars, um, we have well over 100 PI, and we had to have developers come in because PI weren't showing up for Node. They a lot of them weren't showing up for that. Um,
Mm.
Pre-alpha 2, you had a lot of people start out, and pretty quickly things died off. Things just really died off. Um, so really, Friday's opening was by far the most I think that those servers have ever seen people wise. So there's just a lot of little things that I think they're going to have to tweak some numbers. Obviously, that's not been their focus right now. Their focus has entirely been on servers and trying to keep things stable. But yeah, the harvesting component is really difficult right now. So uh, I didn't even bother with it.
Mm.
Yeah. As I kill things and get materials, or maybe chop a tree or two here and there for funsies, or to make sure that I'm, properly connected and getting things, I will sometimes get something that's of like a higher quality. It's like, you know what, maybe I'll go back and stash that in case somebody's actually high enough in crafting to be able to, make me something nice with it, or that I actually go and do the thing and choose something to make with some of these things. But all of it, or a lot of it at least, is pretty well dependent on, can I actually get metal or not, which so far, nah, I haven't been able to get single chunk of metal.
Yeah, Ivy says the same.
Not a
Yeah,
one.
biggest complaint would be not being able to adjust font size. I've heard that from several folks. Yeah, right now it has pretty beautiful ability to adjust the UI. Like you could it's weird how customizable the UI is this early on, but for some reason the text size is not like there's no way to change that. So,
No,
you have
that
this,
definitely needs to be bigger.
yeah, you have this great, like, you can make it look like you want, but the text size is still super small. Are the servers still running? No, they brought them down for the week at this point. So they did start bringing them back up, and then apparently the DDoS started again. So they decided to bring them down, and we'll try to go again, I guess, on Friday, and hopefully they can resolve that before we get to um, Extra Life. So we will draw another key here, I think, in like at the in 9 minutes, so at the hour. So for folks who want to know.
So
But
how frequently were you dying, and did you feel like it was actually like a significant enough penalty that it was lowering your rate of progress?
oh, my rate of progress, no, not really. I died. Gosh, I've probably died a dozen times at this point. I mean, it's usually my own fault. It's not been through PvP at all. Um, when I've either pulled something wrong, or you just don't see what you're running through. I've really not even really died to lag either. It's just been poor polls. So
Although, weren't there times when you were being hit by something and you couldn't tell what you were being hit by?
um,
Friday.
maybe Friday, but I didn't die from that.
No, no, no. I was just that
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
reminded me that
Yeah, that's that sort of early on, the everybody spawning in that one area. I hope they can bring on the second spawn-in point pretty fast here to try to lessen that a little bit. One of the weird things they did that initially annoyed me, but I think this is the reason they did it. All of the tutorial crafting stations were moved. I'm sure you noticed that, Neuro. Like they had them in the same spot all
Yeah,
all of pre-alpha testing. The entire time they were all in the and then all of a sudden we get into alpha 2, and I spent 10 minutes just trying to find the stupid ass stations.
I
Well,
feel
they
like what happened is they might have had a bug or an issue with the place where they're positioned because they
uh,
feel very sloppy and haphazardly placed where they're at right now.
well, here's my theory, right? So we were told, um so Stephen kind of talked a little bit Sunday about their queue system, right? And that it's based off proximity to the spot in to the zone in spot. So I wonder if they actually moved those out to a distance where players were going to have to go through that quest line, and it made them hit some sort of boundary enough where another person would queue in. I don't
I
know.
see what you're saying. That could
That
be.
that's the only, otherwise I don't know why the hell they moved them, because I was like, where is this shit? I can't find it. And at that point I had like a lot of people watching, and they're like, it's like, you've been playing this game and you don't know where the crafting stations are. It's like, yes, I promise you, they've been right here for the last however many weeks, and they moved them.
Ashes is Ashes is a dynamic game. It is not a static game.
Yeah, that was dynamic. Yeah, yeah, that's sure. We'll say that.
That
No,
that sounds dynamic in the way that like an Adam West villain would, say dynamic and then put the cape in front of their face as they turn and run away.
Duo. Mhm.
um, death though. I've died a lot. And I've been healing, and a couple of times people have died. So most of the time it is just a bad pull. Um, this morning when I joined, we had a Genesis group going that went very well. But when I got there, I think I died 2 or 3 times in a row. The thing that sucks the most, I think, from dying, I think dying's pretty appropriate right now. The thing that sucks the most is your material loss. Um, specifically your glint, but also some of I didn't really have anything harvested, but glint loss and all that, because that's directly hitting your purse at that point. The debt, the exp debt, really did not seem that bad. So that got worked off pretty quick. Now, where I'm curious, and I didn't get a chance to ask Steven this, and I wish I had, is since we do have this like exponential curve of experience gain to get the next levels. Like if it's still, if they're going to make the experience debt remain just a proportional number, like 5%, then I could see that getting a little bit painful in the later stages. Because, 5% of 2,000 experience is very different than 5% of 2 million experience. Um,
Mhm.
so that could get, I think, a little bit more painful later on. But losing a wolf's body hurts. Yeah, I bet. Um, but that just means you get to go back with that engaging and riveting harv what is it? Shit, not harvesting. Skinning or whatever. Get it, hunting. God damn it. Yeah. That just means you get to go back and do that riveting hunting method again of walking up to something that's not moving and hit the F key and wait for 5 seconds.
Mhm.
Yep. Pet it to death.
Why does it take so long? I don't understand. Like I feel like doing that takes longer than chopping down a tree.
Because it's rarer, I
They
guess. I don't know.
want it to be a grind.
Because you're able to convert it into more materials, perhaps. I know for one grim carcass, you get 5 gram leather.
Yeah. So I don't know. Obviously things are really early. The other thing that drives me a little bit crazy is the fishing at this point, the AFK fishing. It is not like BDO though. They will kick you off the server if you go AFK for too long. It won't let you just sit there and fish.
Mhm.
It's only the F
Mhm.
key if you don't change. That's right, Penumbra. I can change from the F key, I guess. But are you supposed to get another material bank slot in your node when you become a citizen? I think it costs money, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
I think
Like
you
5.
might get the first 2 for free. I'm
Do
not
you?
sure.
I only just today actually became a citizen, and it was this because I only reached 10 this morning. And I
You
didn't.
used to not have to be at 10 to be a citizen.
Yeah, no, that had changed. Yeah, 5 gold. That's what I thought. That's right, Drunk Ninja. I saw you running around. I don't know if you saw me, Drunk Ninja. Well, no, we were in a group, right? Did we group? We grouped up over by the gobbies. So, yeah, we have more. In 3 minutes, I'm going to do another poll. Yeah, with Annie. So that was Saturday. So yeah, Saturday I also got to group up with Annie and Drunk Ninja and some other folks. That was a lot of fun running around. Although I feel like we were we were a group I think of 5 or 6, and so it almost feels like when you have a larger group like that, anywhere from 5 to 8, if you try to do level appropriate stuff, it's overkill. Um, and you really should be challenging yourself to things that are either higher level or into the star system, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. Because it definitely was overkill. We just formed a group and we're killing things on our own, and everyone was getting the experience. The group that I was in with Richie and everyone, we were doing 1 star stuff, and that was also fairly easy. But to be a citizen should be level 5. Well, here's the thing. I think part of what they're trying to do, um, because so many of these systems are voting for mayors, I think they're trying to reduce the ability to game the system a little bit. Um, and that's why it's level 10. I think that's also why level 9 to 10 becomes such a grind versus all the other levels before that.
5 seems way too early given the stages of nodes, right? Yeah,
Um,
5 is too early to become a citizen.
Yeah, you can't really even survive out in those areas under level 10.
yeah, I mean,
So it
running
makes sense to be
now
level
that,
10.
yeah, that's true. Run, even trying to run to any of those surrounding nodes at level 5, you're going to die. Pretty much, unless you're in a group. I think in a group you might be able to handle it, but because you're going to immediately start getting into levels 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stuff, and the power gains are so different as you level up. It's kind of hard to really go much above yourself solo. So, which is I think part of the intent. So,
Let me ask you this. Did you participate in any live events? I've done the Garrison. I've seen the horns thing keep going off, but I don't exactly know how to do it. I've done the caravan being attacked twice. I've done the town surrounded by the wolves where you got to kill 30 wolves. And I feel like there's one more event that I've done, one of the little live pop-up event sort of things that's only for a short time, and you get treasure afterwards. Oh yeah, it was goblins in the in Warhelm was the other one. Maybe that actually was at the end of the Vanquish the Horns. I can't recall.
Some, a lot of them have been buggy. They do bug out a little bit. The events are by far the best way to level, um, in a small group or solo, because you get a lot of experience. I think Friday we participated in that caravan, the burning caravan. Um,
Hmm.
one, and we actually died. So that spawns. Initially you're fighting, I think, level 5, 6 things, and the king goblin, or I don't remember his name is like level 9, I think 8 or 9, and he one shot you, like he one shotted me.
He has a lot of stars as well. I believe it's a three
Yeah,
star.
yeah. But on our revive, we were running back, and I think the event ended, and we got like 12,000 XP and leveled from it. So events seem to be very,
If you were able to get back to it quick enough, there was probably a chest you could have looted too. Had some glint in it.
yeah, that's
Usually it's just glint in those.
yeah.
But
He's he's a
money's
tough
money.
son of a bitch. We are all on. Don't frown. We are all on Vira. God damn it! I keep wanting to say Vira. Vira. VYRA. All right, it's 9 o'clock. I promised we do a draw, so we're gonna do another one.
All
Um,
right.
that is why I have it up here. I'm
All
gonna need people to
right.
help me make sure this person is in chat. They need to be in chat, otherwise we will pass over you and go on to the next person. So,
All right.
here we
All
go.
you lovely people getting your follows in because you need to be a follower of the channel. Thank you for the
It's
follows.
hard. It's hard mojo here.
Hard mojo.
Hard
Hard
mojo.
mojo.
I do not see a
Hard
hard mojo.
mojo.
Am I incorrect? Does anyone see hard mojo?
I don't see a hard mojo.
We haven't seen a soft Peter in a while either.
The fuck are you talking about? Soft Peter.
You don't
Um,
remember soft Peter?
I
See, it's been so long. It's been years since we've seen him. I think he's still working there though.
haven't seen a soft Peter. Jesus Christ! Someone clip that. All right, we don't have a match for hard mojo, so I'm gonna count down from 5. If that person does not message me, we're gonna move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I do not see a message from a hard mojo, or what was it? A soft Peter?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're drawing again. We're moving on. Only thing you got to do is be here when we drew these. So, and following. So next is are you here? Dios. I do not see Jesus. I don't see a Dios. Everyone just sort of enters and then runs on. All right, I don't see this person either. Does anyone else? Uh Dios de, what is it? It was even their name. Dios de Jesus. All right. I'll keep drawing. We're moving on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yep, still no Dios. We're moving on. Next one. Here we go.
Peter Polone. I think he's not there anymore. I think he left in 2021, it looks like.
Govlib.
All right. Govlib. Are you here? Someone please be here so we can keep talking. I don't see this person in chat either. Holy shit. How many is that? 3? Is that 3 in a
Govlib.
row? All right, we're gonna keep. Oh no, there you are. There you are. You're on. All right. Why did it not show me? Yeah, you're here. Perfect. All right, we found someone. We will do one more, by the way. We got you. We got you. Don't worry. We're not moving on. We got you. We found someone. Um, if you do not have the ability, if you do not have DMs turned on, please turn them on because I need to chat with you. So y'all keep talking while I take care of this.
All right.
Oh, okie Let's
Good
finally
stuff.
found somebody. Everybody else got bored and left. No key for me. I'm leaving.
I just saw
Hmm.
the viewers actually just shoot up to about 250. So
Ha
I
ha
guess
ha ha ha.
everybody's tuning in for the last giveaway now.
Well, I took the key announcement off, so that hopefully is not why. We're going to be doing more keys, by the way, guys. Honestly, this weekend has been really, I'm going to use the word, it's been really fucking cool. Most of the keys that we're giving away right now, well, actually, all of the 3 keys tonight are essentially funded from everyone watching over the weekend. So we're really we're turning around everything that comes in from bits and from subs and and ads and all that shit, and we're turning it back into keys for you all to come play with us. So we're gonna do more next weekend. Next weekend is Extra Life, and so we will be definitely doing stuff then as well. But we have one more tonight. But y'all keep talking. I gotta get him.
All right.
Well,
Um,
which Phantom are we gonna get for Extra Life? That'll be interesting.
You'll get the fucking Phantom. That's what you'll get, and you'll fucking like it too.
See? Let's go, bitches.
so Diggs, is there
Oh, the
oh,
background look,
go
by the
for it.
way, is all by Phantom X. Thank you.
The question I have for you, Diggs, is what expectations did you have for Alpha 2 and how are they going so far?
I have no expectations for Alpha 2. Well, I mean, like I said, I think I enjoyed Alpha 1 better, so I guess I was expecting Alpha 2 to feel better than Alpha 1. Um, and I don't know that it does yet, but see. I kind of have to get into playing Fighter, so we'll see what Fighter feels like. And then we'll have to see what it's like playing with the two of you.
Yeah, yeah. If we can find some time when people aren't
So
on as much,
I I think
yeah,
the other thing is it seems more lag. It seems more unstable to me um compared to Alpha 1 as well, and I would have expected it to be more stable. Um, but again, I haven't played a lot, so I don't know.
gotcha.
How did the stability feel for you once you get past the queue?
Other than any crash related issues, when I was having good stability during gameplay, it was actually um it's better in some ways, but earlier in the spot testing, I was much more able to dodge the poison gobs from the projectile from the shamans, for example. But
Mm,
now it's, they'll make sounds and do gestures that don't correlate with or visualize the gob that they're throwing. So suddenly you're just getting spiked with damage and you didn't have a chance to dodge it because they aren't visually synced up in that way anymore. So that's
mhm,
something that, maybe was a bit of a loss of stability. I would hope that it will come back, but uh, it'll probably take a little bit for them to work through some of the other things they've got going on first.
mhm. Yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, um, yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm not. Yeah, he did make it. He did make the background. Phantom. Did you say you didn't make the background?
What are we talking about now?
I don't know.
Somebody mentioned the map. The map I did not create. I coded
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
process for the map, but
Yeah, no, the background Phantom made. My background.
sorry, I'm still.
Um, mm-hmm. But you did add the in and outs for it, right? You did the programming for it. Is it doing the programming?
Yeah, it should be. So you should be able to move it around. Um,
Hmm.
Here, I'm gonna. No, I won't. Yeah, you should be able to move it around. The commands are there in the bottom. So You just have to do the um, what's the road goes on,
Lumavox
the road goes ever
to
on. So
Yeah.
Lumavox to answer your question there. What I think the devs should focus on right now is what they're already focusing on, which is stability, getting everything to be as absolutely stable and functional and smooth as possible, because there's no reason to do anything else if you build on top of stuff that's not stable and secure and ready to be expanded upon. Then you're going to be fighting beasts on two fronts. You're going to be trying to get things stable while you're trying to put new features in, and that'll make it a lot harder to tell if a new feature is causing instability compared to whether the instability is one of the existing issues that hasn't been resolved yet. So working on fixing everything up and getting everything in as good functional order is as they can possibly get. That is the main objective they're working on right now. That makes absolutely perfect sense for what they're trying to do and how they've laid out their plans. We got 54 days to go before phase 2 starts, so let's um let's see how we do with that.
Yeah. I was for the early spot testing, I kept crashing out. So I even just stopped trying even to go in after the first week or 10 days or something like that. Um, so I was just happy to get in actually. Um, and then maybe the fact that it's so big compared to um Alpha 1. Like, I don't know, like with Alpha 1, I was pretty ready to just go out and start exploring from jump, and I don't think it looks like I want to do that. Um, uh, with Alpha 2, it looks like you'll want to level some, like Phantom was saying. You don't want to run over to another node, probably under level 5. So,
Yeah,
but we'll see.
it's unless you're doing something silly like when I'm doing my level 3 no kills pacifist run, then yeah, it doesn't really make sense to go to another node that early, especially now that you can't even be a citizen there.
Mm,
Unless you're gonna haul a whole bunch of crafting materials and use the stations there, then it's not really too much reason to be visiting those that early on. But
hmm.
if you want to do the level 3 no kills run, you're not going to have a polished medallion. You're just going to turn that stuff in, then do sweaty your brow, and then bring the crate to whichever crossroads or whatever level it's at when you do it. You can effectively get to level 3 without killing a single thing. And you'll even start with a little bit of coin in your pocket.
You know, another interesting thing to me, and I don't remember if this was the case for Alpha 1, I guess Alpha 1 didn't have Fog of War either, but it didn't bug me as much. And it did kind of bug me that Alpha 2 doesn't have Fog of War to uncover. Kind of makes sense, I guess, maybe for a dynamic game where you're going to be re-exploring the map and it's going to change over time anyway. Um, but yeah, just for some reason, not having Fog of War bugged me. Um, Looking at the map in the game, aren't we able to tell where nodes are now? Is that because they've already become encampments?
sorry, I was
Do you
not
know,
paying attention
So
Nero?
at all.
No,
I
I
was
say
was
that.
playing around with
asking
the map.
Nero. The map, in game,
Mhm.
when I opened it up, it looked like I could tell the boundaries of nodes.
Yeah. Yeah,
nearby nodes.
those
And
are
I
well
thought
illustrated by the borders.
and I thought that was not supposed to be the case originally. Or maybe it's
I
because they're starting to level. Maybe they're going. They're the ones around me were already at the next stage.
No, I think they're doing that and doing that intentionally so that way players are able to tell when they're applying experience and progress towards a specific node. If I'm trying not to help level the next node over, even if they might have a little bit sweeter stash of materials over there, the more I mine materials over there, the more I'm giving them experience for it. So I might have more of an incentive to not do that and continue mining and fighting creatures and stuff in the node region that I want to support. I would imagine for node wars and other proximity related events, those borders will also matter in various different ways. And they're kind of a good way right now to let players know, hey, you go outside of the Alien Ruins area into these zones, better be ready for it. Now, the
Yeah.
odd thing is they squeezed all those borders in a bit compared to where they were at in spot testing.
Mm.
And so I wonder why they did that in particular, because before with spot testing, a lot more it was like just past the three trade camps to the west, the mining, the lumber, and the textile, as well as a lot further east, where the Lionhold Third Lance related quest actually take you to, and where the scholar from the crystal will actually take you to. All that area that was actually a bit lower level and a bit safer for players under level 5 to kind of level up in. It's now less clear because all those borders got squeezed down. So I'm not actually entirely a fan of it, but I understand putting more stuff in the borders of other places so that way people are contributing to the other nodes much faster. Is that going to be permanent? I don't know. The borders will probably be permanent. And Steven had said that they might shift and flex due to gameplay conditions and events. So I don't think we're going to see any of that in this phase, but maybe that sort of reactive stuff will be shown sometime in the future.
Hmm. Yeah, but I thought we weren't supposed to be able to see that so clearly. I thought the original intent was that we were not supposed to be able to see
Well,
node boundaries that clearly.
things from the original intent might have changed a bit over time.
Yeah, I'm just asking. Yeah.
I think it's
Hmm.
temporary right now.
Okay.
The map, the the weird part for me with the nap, I don't know if I missed some of this while I was doing stuff, but with the nodes, when you zoom out, so much disappears all of a sudden from your map. Um, is a little bit jarring, but
Hmm.
again, not the stuff that are really um big on their list priority wise. So, but
Hmm.
yeah, that mini map needs a lot of work. So,
Hmm.
well, not mini map, but the actual map.
Hmm.
The map is
Both.
from Shippable. Yeah. Well, because it's what I when you're trying to actually survey like what does each node have and what are the what stations are set up, what are they like it just all disappears all of a sudden it's just gone and it's really hard. We got it looks like 10-11 minutes. Diggs is going to have to run here, so I'm going to actually do this last before we start to wrap up. I'm going to go ahead and do this last giveaway. We can chat for a little bit if you have to run too, but I want to go ahead and do this. Hopefully someone's here. So this is our last one for tonight, and then we are shutting this
All right.
down. Do what?
Oh, while you're
Working on
did
the
you roll
giveaway.
it there?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do
Hmm.
it now.
All right.
All right, we ready? Draw another winner. You got to be in chat. Chat, help me I feel like when I say
Be
chat,
in
help me
chat.
figure out if the person's here. Most of you are going to lie to me. So, um, all right, here we go.
Haven't seen him in forever.
Soul of Cookies. Is Soul of Cookies here?
Yeah.
I
Well, hey, there
uh,
they are. Soul of Cookies.
They
Are
were
they
hiding.
following?
First time chat. They're here.
what's up, Soul of Cookies?
Hmm.
You did win. All right. While you all are chatting Soul of Cookies, I need you to
All right.
um,
Distracted, not paying attention to us,
I
doing
need you
something else.
I need you to send Phantom X me a DM or turn your DMs on so I can DM you. All right, guys, that was the last poll for tonight, but we will be doing this again. Rigged, I demand a recount. I purposely did this live so you could not say that. Um, um, I will be live off and on this coming week without gameplay to chat, and we'll start doing a new giveaway for probably Friday night or Saturday morning for the EU folks. So, all right, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna get this stuff going.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Well, I think I'm gonna throw one out there. Somebody in chat ask us a question you have about the game or us playing the game that you really want to know, and when I see a good one, I'll start answering it.
Hmm. So what's your next plan of what's your next goal in the game, Nero?
Um, Helping them diagnose the issues with 3080 graphics card so it doesn't crash
Okay.
all the time. That's my biggest
Uh,
that's I want to work with them on that. I definitely do. I
that was the
literally get on a call
stipulation of
with
you getting
them.
that card. It came with the stipulation.
Well, I
I'll
didn't
give
know
you
that it
this.
was going to have that issue, but
Hmm.
yeah, I want to help them fix this because it's going to help not have nearly as many issues down the road when other people start coming in and they have this similar sort of graphics card with this similar sort of issue, and they install their drivers in the same way that I do.
The original design had 8 levels, I think. 8 level gap is where you start having no gains from leveling together is what it originally was. I don't know what it actually is in Alpha 2 Phase 1.
Were you just talking about video card? Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, that was a huge problem for me too. Were you having the VRAM issue?
Yeah.
Yeah, being maxed out. We yeah, like I actually on Saturday I was not able I was not able to play Ashes and stream with my cam on at the same time. It was stuttering. The cam wouldn't even
Weird.
turn on, and all throughout the weekend my screens would flicker and flash, and my stream would freeze. And that's all that
Mm-hmm.
VRAM stuff. Actually, what I've switched to, and we're doing this right now, I've not noticed anyone say it's different. I actually I changed OBS to CPU rather than GPU, and that has seemed to make
Mm-hmm.
things a lot easier for all of it. So, my advice to
Mm-hmm.
anyone who's streaming out there, if you use OBS right now, switch the OBS settings from the GPU to CPU. It makes it a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got one question from chat I'm going to ask here. It's from Effusive Mind. I'm worried they won't be able to meet roadmap goals. They have a lot to do in a month and a half for phase 2. Is this realistic? 54 days, baby. It's almost 2 months. Um, I think they'll be able to get there for most of it, but as they've said the entire time, the roadmaps are only a suggestion, and anything from the roadmap that doesn't go in during a phase will probably be an earlier thing that they work on in the next phase of the roadmap. What do you guys think?
I'm not sure why it matters. I mean, it's for in. One thing I do want to say is that I am really happy that it's only weekend testing and that they're taking time out during the week to work on stuff rather than trying to work on stuff while everything is live. Um, and it's just nice to be able to jump in the game now, even if it's just on the weekends. And if we can do that, I mean, what more can we ask for, really? I mean,
So I kind of responded to this in chat. So yeah, I won't be able to read more about roadmap goals. The reality is, and I say this with all the kindness in my heart that I can, and I would say this to Steven and Planendorf and everyone else on the team, and I don't mean it in a negative way. They have never met dates. Actually, I said this in chat. Planendorf was in chat, and we were talking, and I said that, and I think I heard him a little bit, but he knows that was not personal. Um, they is
I
just
think you
they
said it during your Twitch stream.
was it? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Friday or what? Thursday? I don't even remember
Friday.
anymore.
Friday.
Um, they just have historically not met dates. They just haven't. Um,
That's
actually,
game design.
even to a degree, Friday morning. Well, Friday. We start our stream at 10, and the game was supposed to go live 10. What was it? 10 a.m. Pacific, and it got delayed three hours. But we got in about an hour and a half early, and I told everyone in chat, do not be surprised if 10 a.m. gets changed to a later time in the day, because historically they don't make dates and they don't make times very very well. Um, I'm not super concerned about it either, but that's just what it is. So I don't worry so much about roadmap goals. What I was more, do I think they meet December 20th? No. Do I think that they make May for phase three? Probably not. Do I hope they prove me wrong? Sure, but I just don't think they will. It's just a part of game development. But um,
Hmm.
what I was more curious about, not really worried, but just curious, and we did ask Steven this, is why there were things left off of their roadmap. Like that's what I didn't get, because he keeps telling us Ashes the Alpha 2 servers will be persistent, through launch. They'll the once beta servers come up, the Alpha 2 server will be there right with it. And he also says that Alpha 2, we will get to play everything. All the content will be in by the end of Alpha 2. Yet a lot of those slides are missing things. And that's what I'm more sort of curious
Hmm.
about. Under the Underrealm's not on there. They only have the cleric and the tank as secondaries. It's missing like 16 biomes or something, 14 biomes. Like there's just a lot not on the roadmap. And I don't know if we should read into that much or not. We did ask him um, if he would ever consider releasing the game without, with only partial content, and add in extra not systems. So I'll have all your systems ready to go, but maybe add in content later on through expansions or mini expansions. And he didn't say no. He
Mm.
didn't say yes, but he didn't say no. What was his answer? It was something like, um,
Uh, it was something along the lines of never giving an affirmative like yes or no. To always reserve the right to do it if he has to.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. He started with a very Steven answer. Well, if you say it like as in ever, then I'm not going to say yeah. But he didn't say no. So
Mhm.
Yeah. One last thing I would say is I'm just looking at the Alpha 2 Phase 1 list right now and like mentally crossing out the ones that they've already actually got in. Um, and after you do that, you realize, you know what? It's a lot less daunting of a list than it looks like, because a lot of this is already in place from day one. So maybe that'll be something we'll do between now and next time is go through the lists and see what they don't have and start making like a little checklist of how they get through them each week.
Mm.
Anyhow, Diggs, I know you've got to dress up and get in a giant pumpkin to go to the ball, so
Mhm.
I think we're going to be wrapping it up here. Phantom Max, if you want to take it away, sir.
yeah, again, I appreciate every single one of you that kind of hung out with me over the weekend, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and Sunday morning. You know, and I know a lot of people were upset they did not get the keys. We will do more of these. Again, all the keys we gave away today came from donations and subs and stuff that I got over the weekend from streaming. So if we keep that up, the more keys we'll do. Next weekend is who are the winners? Oh, I'd have to pull the thing up. Sorry, but lost my train of thought. Next weekend is Extra Life, so we will definitely be streaming, assuming there's no DDoS at that point, and we will be giving some stuff away. I'll try to figure out what to do for you YouTubers so that you can get in on that. I will also try to make sure we do something more morning time, so that all of you EU people can also get in. Again, I really didn't realize that when I was doing most of these streams, it was probably more so EU time than NA time because I literally woke up at 5 a.m. to stream. So then I in turn felt bad when I was saying, "Oh, it's going to be drawn at 9 p.m. Eastern," and they're like, "That's like 2 a.m." Like, oh shit, sorry, didn't even think of that. So we'll try to make that better. But I will be probably more so in the evenings on NA time. I during the week tend to get on about 8:30 p.m., 9 p.m. and just sort of sit and chat for an hour or two. We'll do that this week. Go over some stuff. I really want to go over some of the more interesting forum reported bugs so that we can have something to laugh at and kind of chat about. So, but we'll kick up some more giveaways here soon for you to be able to register for. And yeah, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us this weekend. Sadly, we have no game. I know I said in the description there that we were going to do this and then I was going to do some gameplay, but the games are brought down for the week. They did try to turn them on and the DDoS continued. So we are just going to cut it here so that um, Diggs can get out of here.
Yep.
So we are on Vyra. Damn it, Vyra, VYRA. I am a cleric. If you need a cleric, and I'm not busy, hit me up. I'm more than happy to do whatever you need. And I think I'm becoming a pretty damn good healer, so it's a lot of fun. Actually, if you've been watching any of the video in the middle here, that's been me healing an 8-man group. So just call it viral. Yeah. So. All right. Well, with that, Diggs is going to get out of here. I don't think there's anyone to push you all to, actually. I don't think there's anyone we know streaming Ashes of Creation right now. So, unless anybody wants me to send you all. Actually, who's this? I don't know who this is. Does anybody know who Sammy Caps is?
Someone is, no, I don't know. I don't know Sammy Caps.
All right. Well, we're gonna do this person a favor. I don't know who this is. I cannot vouch for their stream. They have 1.6 followers, so 1.6K followers. So we're just going to raid them. I like to pass stuff along. Feel free to join. Feel free to not. But yeah, we Ashen Forge will be back here on Sunday as well. So we will be continuing to go over hopefully some new shit that comes up next weekend. New stuff. God damn, dang it. Yeah.
Shit,
All right, guys.
balls.
Yeah, shit, fuck balls. Cock, cunt, dick. Yeah, somebody, yeah, go ahead and cut that so that we can save it for later. All right, guys, I'm gonna send the raid and have a good week. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow night, and otherwise we'll see you back here on Sunday. See ya.
Later,
Oh.
everybody. Oh, that's one way to end.